Is it crazy or autocracy? Or what type of crazy is that? Except crazy.
News making the headlines.
Black Maria is to carry criminals, trading looters that are in government today.
Sometimes it gets confrontational.
Slap you in the face.
Excuse me, don't put words into my mouth.
Whatever it is that will bring our military to disrepute, I say to hell
On
with it.
Core Digest,
I want to know why I should be believing them.
every weekday, we bring all of these together and take them to the court of public opinion,
Everybody has the right in Nigeria.
where you are the judge.
Good to have you back. It's still Core Digest Extra on Core TV News. And like I said when I started, we're taking a look at the Nigerian police force, the journey to transformation. You know, many have called on the fact that there is need for an overhaul of the police force. There is need for some form of rebirthing of what the police is today, and to a better force where people can relate with them, where people can respect them, where people can believe in them and have some form of confidence in them. And you know, with the rise of extrajudicial killing, the case of Godwin Udo comes to mind, a young man coming from church with his family, and you know, a trigger-happy policeman because he didn't part with some money. His wife was shot at the spot, and he also was shot. He had some injuries in his jaw, and you know, the family is left wondering what will be the next level for them. And you know, the case is still in court actually, because the court will be sitting on Monday to actually try the police who actually perpetrated that act. That's on one side. We're just hopeful that Godwin Udo and his family gets justice. Of course, we've seen Godwin call for help from Nigerians, because imagine how he would care for his very little baby that the wife was carrying at the time the act was perpetrated. And also the case that happened in Ketu comes to mind too, during this festive period. A trigger-happy policeman as well. He shot two brothers, twins, and the friend while they were having fun. And you know, the sad part about that case was that the police shot himself too. And you know, it's very, very important to see how those who expected to protect us, how they should take on the role of protection and not do otherwise. You know, many have called on policing the police and stopping them and doing stuff. But you know, they're here to stay with us. They're here to protect us. While there are many bad eggs, you know, we still have some very diligent policemen who are still doing their job well, and who community members have hope in them. And you know, the question some have asked is, what if that policeman you're calling for his head, he happens to be your father? What if he happens to be your brother or your husband? Would your reaction change? And so it's important we look at this very, very topic. And I'll be having two guest panelists. Of course, the other guests will join me later as we look at this issue. And so my guests in the studio, I have John Anene. John Anene is a social entrepreneur and is also the founder of Campus Impact Network. Good morning, John Anene. It's nice having you on the program today. And so joining us later is Emeka Nwanevu. Emeka Nwanevu is the National Coordinator Network on Police Reform. And you are also my third guest, because like I said, it's going to be very, very interactive. You'll be telling us what you hope to see differently in the current police force, and how you think those in charge could make it a whole lot better, how they could make it more credible, so that you could actually give the police the respect they deserve, and how they could in turn carry out their duties of protecting the lives of an average Nigerian. And so very quickly we'll just go into the topic of the day, and I'll just start with John Anene, of course, since he's right here with me. And John Anene is actually you're actually involved in leadership, capacity building, of course, owing to the fact that you're a founder of a campus social network. And so what it tells me is that you're starting from the foundation. You're starting from where it should really start. And the question is, a lot of people have actually blamed the Nigerian police that we see today on the leadership, those who head them and those who give instructions and stuff. So for you, if you were going to leverage on your experience in leadership training, what would you say the Nigerian police is currently lacking at this point in time?
Okay, let me start by saying thank you for the opportunity to be heard. The truth of the matter is, a wise man once said something. He said, everything rises and falls on leadership. Leadership is not a position, like we always say, it's a responsibility. And the truth of the matter there too is that the first leadership starts from where you're coming from. All right, let's take it back to the home. Most persons have been nurtured. If you've been nurtured by a Muslim mother, you become a Muslim. If you've been nurtured by a Christian father, you become a Christian. It is part of what we found ourselves into. Now, the kind of mindset you grew up with, this Nigeria police force we are talking about, the youth we are talking about, people we are talking about, there are people that have been nurtured from different set of denomination, different set of psychology and all that. And they are coming from a place with a mindset. And that mindset is what takes them up, and they grow and keep forming on that particular mindset. It's more like it's a foundation. Like you said, we started from somewhere, coming from the campus. From the campus, we are actually going back to secondary schools. All right, because that is where the right transformation must start from. Particularly, I don't really believe in rebranding per se. There has to be a product. There has to be a vision that you're rebranding. If you're talking about rebranding, it's something great that has been happening before you want to rebrand. Over here, there's something that needs to be done first, and it's what rebuilding the system. And for you to really rebuild the system, you have to go back to where a wise man said, if you ask the right questions, you get the right answer. Where can we really correct this from that we can get the exact solution we are looking at? And I believe it's coming down from what? Back to the roots. The home. The mothers, the fathers. What are they really teaching their kids? Back in the campus at our NGO, we discovered people are being depressed of different kind of issues. And they grew up with this set of issues, despite the academic standard, and they still go back to society, carrying that same burden, carrying that same problem, depressions and all that. And they take it back and keep giving it back to society. So for me, I would say, for real transformation to really start, you have to go backwards to the family system.
Okay. Now, you sound so much like someone who has a very strong belief in the fact that once a foundation is destroyed, what can the righteous do, like the scripture says. But, some would argue that, the reason why this trigger-happy policemen behave this way is probably out of frustration. The working condition is so terrible that, it has distorted their mind, and so they just take on to whatever things they can take on to. They're not properly taken care of. Their salaries don't get to them as a when due. Yeah. But for you, do you say that as an excuse enough for them to act in a way that they shouldn't be acting?
It's a factor, actually. All right. Something can actually cause your emotion to come up and become depressed or become happy. All right. But the truth, where I'm actually coming from, I'm talking about the retransformation here. I'm not talking about what really happened, you're not being paid salary and you got angry and all. That's the normal things that basically happen in different places. And if we keep giving them salary without changing their mindsets, they will still produce the same results they are getting even while they are not being paid. Something happened recently. A man was like, what happened to you? I paid you on or before time and you still come back asking me for more money. And the lady was like, do you know what happened to me? That my parents actually... I have a baby, I have kids and all that. And she was like, my father actually abused me. She said, wow, what happened? How did it happen? And she said, I have to use all this money to go take care of what my little ones and all that I. And looking at it from that perspective, it's not really about the money now. It's not really about what she needs to have. It's about where she was coming from. There has been a damage. All right, so that damage she was taking care of first. And now, where the government is not really paying salaries and making people feel frustrated and all that is a very, very crucial case. We all need resources. One of the things that I do to organization whenever we're training them is that what are your values? What are your value system? All right. If a leader tend not to pay the workers, then what are you portraying? What are you teaching them? Because the more you don't pay them, the more you allow them to abuse the little ones at home. The abuse I'm talking about is they're not able to go to school on time, they're not able to pay their school fees, and they have this kind of mindset and they keep growing with it. The little thing you say to little ones, and you think that it's not really something very important, but it's stored somewhere in their subconscious, which is eventually 90% out of the whole thing that talks about your reality.
Okay. And you know, the thing is that some people view the Nigerian police as untouchable, you know, over time where they're involved in some form of crime or the other. Many don't believe that they get justice when they're being abused by policemen. Say, for example, a policeman shoots somebody and he gets away with it, and, you know, the person just dies in vain like that. So would you subscribe to the school of thought that the problem of giving some form of excessive power to the police is the problem that comes from the force itself, or would you say that that's really not the case indeed?
Okay. The issue there for me, I would say that the real issue is the mindset. I'll keep talking about the mindset. I'll keep talking because that for me is a key in every situation. What you rightly point out there is that it's as if they are not being taken care of, or it's as if whenever they commit such issues, they are not being punished for that. But they are being punished. They are. Of course, we are hearing some recent news of what happened recently and how the policemen have actually taken care of that, and they're putting them into court and trials and all that. But I would want to ask a question. Is it going to stop there? After they leave, what happens to their mindset? Is that mindset still reformed or transformed? Because what happened there wasn't just, it didn't just happen. Something triggered it. That should be the first thing that needed to be solved first. So after solving it, then we can now come back and say, what happened here? What happened here? I watched the documentary, and a particular incident was happening between a policeman and someone that committed a crime. And as we were interviewing the guy was very angry. He said, I never committed anything. He never accepted that he committed a crime. But where his psychology came in and gets talking to this particular criminal was like, okay. Oh, he started shedding tears. For me, that's the point of transformation. And if we can get to that point in Nigeria where persons that commit offense get to know why they commit offense, then it's very, very easy to correct the situation. But some are just there. I didn't, okay, they punish me, that's all. Or because of the power that they give to me, and I misuse it. The power, I believe, people are using power to be, I just have it, let me just use it.
Okay.
It's an opportunity to serve.
All right. And so, speaking of having a very good foundation, you know that the Nigerian police would be having a mass recruitment very soon of new people that will be joining the force. So, if you're going to advise, how would you expect the process of the recruitment should go to actually get the right people in the force?
Okay. Getting the right people is a very standard key, and if the right man tends to be in the office, we'll get the right solution, we'll get the right result. All right? And the truth of the matter there is that if this set of persons are not passed through a particular system, systems are not emotional. All right? Now, let me put it this way. We are at the IT age. I study computer science. I'm into IT. I build websites and all that. And if you're a security personnel that doesn't understand IT in this jet age, automatically you shouldn't smell there. But the highest crime and most crimes we tend to see they are coming from the IT perspective. We see people that inclined in IT doing some certain, because you're not aware of it, you couldn't even know how to talk about it. You might just say because he's carrying a laptop, he's a criminal. So for me, if they want to pass through such process to get the right people to be in that position, I would want to say the first thing first is make sure that this set of persons know what we call their core value system. Their own personal core value system. Alright, now if their value system is equivalent to the value system of the police, which I don't know if they have one, but I believe they should have. So if it's equivalent, then you get to know if this person is actually in the same, you get to know if this particular person's vision is congruent to, value, is congruent to the value of the Nigerian police force.
Okay.
So without getting that, you get to see people that are looking for money. That's their highest priority. You know, a retired Abroman, a retired touts and all that tends to just pick up a form, I want to go and join the Nigerian police force. But I believe if I'm there putting on that uniform, I can do anything I want to do to you. So his first value is just to get money and power. which I believe shouldn't be the first value for anyone that wants to come into that particular position.
But do you see that as very easy to identify and do the form of mass recruitment that they want to do?
That cannot be done with the kind of mass recruitment we really want to do. They said they want to get a mass, hands to really help them. Because when I talk about system, I talk about value elicitation and all that. There are people that are trained. You understand what I'm talking about? To know that this sort of person have this or not. I mean, I just come and tell you, my value system is this. I don't come out late. I come out on time and all that. But me looking at me, you get to know, is this guy saying the truth or not? Psychologists know that. As a neuroscientist, I know about that too.
So you mean psychology should be involved in
They should be involved. They should get different sectors because the Nigerian police forces shouldn't just be for some sectors, some sect of people. You should get different departments that are really into different systems. So if these people tend to pass through different systems and they come out and they get to know that, fine. But not everyone will come out from that same system. Like I said before when I was talking to you, I said systems are not emotional.
Okay.
If the right people get, they will get the right results. If the wrong people get, they will keep saying, oh, it's the government, oh, it's the police, oh, no. We have to take responsibility.
Okay. Now, some would say that Nigerians deserve the kind of police they have because the policemen, of course, don't drop from the sky. They come from society. So do you think that we actually deserve the kind of police?
We don't deserve it.
Okay.
We don't really deserve it. Because you can't tell me that all the Nigerians are bad. You understand it now? Like, I know quite all right that coming from the home is a very serious thing that we all really need to work to in Nigeria. All right? But the truth is that we don't really deserve what we are having. We are better than this. Nigeria is greater than what we are experiencing today. And it's not enough to run commentaries and all that. There should be a system set. Saying I will be passed through a system and come out. You too know that I passed through a system and I have to be more responsible.
Okay. All right, sir. Thank you, John. We'll actually take a very quick break now. And when we come back on the break, my other guest will be joining us in the studio. And his name is Emeka Nwanevu, the National Coordinator, Network and Police Reform. Just stay with us and we'll be right back.
For topical issues, Nigerians must have something to say.
Arms. We don't need arms for anything. Let them put it into education.
They need to buy another arms now. What are they fighting for? Who? Government should deal with them squarely.
Please help us bring back our guests. No money, no markets. We are dying. Everybody is crying. Nothing.
Any man God support, no man stops.
It's a prophecy I believe he must have received from heaven. Yes.
The people giving voice to the voiceless.
Every day, every hour, and every minute, news break in Nigeria. Things happen so fast, it's most times difficult to track and comprehend them. But that's what we do right here on Digi360. 2015, would you want to come back again?
It's like asking Jesus Christ if he knew he was going to die, will you want to come back as the savior of the world?
We do not just help you track the stories, we break them down, explore all the angles, analyze the issues so that you can fully comprehend the stories and use them to make the right decisions.
You can now watch Core TV News live from anywhere in the world on our website www.coretvnews.com. Click on Live TV on our website and watch us live.
And welcome to Core TV Primetime Days.
To follow us on Twitter, click on Twitter icon on our website. On Facebook, click on the Facebook and YouTube to see all our previous news production. You can also watch us live on YouTube. Click Core TV, leave a space, then News. Core TV News, our 24-hour news station.
Is it crazy or autocracy? Or what type of crazy is that? Except crazy.
News making the headlines.
Black Maria is to carry criminals, child looters, that are in government today.
Sometimes it gets confrontational.
Slap you in the face. Excuse me, don't put words into my mouth.
Whatever it is that will bring our military to disrepute, I say to hell.
On Core Digest,
I want to know why I should be believing them.
every weekday, we bring all of these together and take them to the court of public opinion.
Everybody have the right in Nigeria.
Where you are the judge.